Okay, so today we started editing the shots that we got last night from our last bit of filming that we did, which I think went really successful. We filmed it in my house. We filmed one scene in my house, which was the scene where Ruben, the dead person, is found. And you see George, the detective, coming into the house, like looking for him, and then finding him dead on the floor. So we find that the lead is dead. So filmed that scene in my house, and then there's an alley like opposite my house, quite a dark and mysterious looking alley, which is quite a good setting. We used that for the shootout scene where all three characters, the femme fatale and the two detectives, are involved. And it gets found out that Ben and the femme fatale were in it together all along, and then Ben shoots George, and you see him die. So basically, yeah, we filmed them two scenes yesterday. I think they went really well. The scene inside the house went quite well. Like, for the dead guy, Ruben, was actually me playing him, because we just didn't have time to get another male character in. So we just thought, just to save time faffing around, we just thought I could play the dead guy. I wore lots of layers, like a big jumper and things like that. I had a hat on with my hood up, and then I just had it sort of shading my face a bit, so you couldn't fully see that my face was girly. I sort of looked a bit like a man in some of the shots because it was quite shadowy and faded as well, so it looked quite effective. So you can't really tell that it's a girl without someone actually telling you, so it worked out quite well. Yeah, we closed the curtains in my lounge just to create like different effects of lighting, and in my hallway we turned the upstairs light on but kept the downstairs one off. So through the railings of my stairs, like, it was really effective shot, like the light was just seeping through, which looked really good. Down the alley for the shootout scene, that was really effective because there was big sort of street lights down the alley, which were like separated out, and they were like a really weird colour. They were like orangey red, which we didn't actually realise they were going to be this colour until we got down to the alley and saw that they were like red coloured. But this worked out really well because that could connotate, the red colour of the shots could connotate so many things, and especially because this is the scene where George dies, you know, the red colour of the lights could connotate, you know, blood, death, danger, so it's really good connotation. And so yeah, today we just put all the shots into Final Cut, which is the editing program that we're using. We sorted them out all in order of what we wanted to do. We started editing the shooting scene today, the shootout scene down the alley today. That worked really well. We had to, although the one thing that didn't work that well was when we put them onto Final Cut, the lighting was a bit dark, so like you couldn't really see it that clearly. Like, it would have been okay, but we just wanted it to be more clear just for our audience, you know, to get a better picture. So we actually had to lighten up some of the shots just to make it clearer. This was quite simple. We knew how to do this. So yeah, we did that to most of the shots down the alley because it was getting really dark, like really quickly. We found that at this time of year, you know, it starts getting dark quite late, but really quickly it starts getting dark. So that didn't really help too much, but we sorted that out on Final Cut. We just lightened the shots. Also today we put in a few noises. When Ben's holding the gun to shoot George, we went on to Free Sounds, which is a really good website to get like different sound effects to download and add into your movie. We got a bang noise for the gun, and then we downloaded that, put that into our Final Cut sequence, and just put it in time of the gun shooting. And it was quite hard to get it just at the right point, just so it sounded like the gun was actually going and everything, and then George falling to his knees. But it worked really well. That sounded really effective, and it actually did sound like a gun noise, it didn't just sound like a random bang. We also downloaded some sounds of footsteps, because as Harry comes out of like a dark alleyway and starts walking down the main alley, we wanted some footsteps just to make it sort of seem mysterious, and also as you see the back of her walking to George, we wanted a few footsteps in there, just sort of make it seem mysterious and, you know, add to the whole effect. We also today had to when Ben's holding George at gunpoint, we wanted to zoom into his hand holding the gun. We got a few shots. We didn't really get that many close-up shots when we were doing it because we were so cold up. We just wanted to get it done really quickly. We didn't really think that into it and what sort of different unique shots we could get. So that was probably a negative point. But yeah, we just basically on Final Cut it's quite easy. You can just zoom in on what you've got and then freeze that. So we have zoomed into just his hand holding the gun, which is good. But it probably would have been better if we did actually get an actual close-up shot of him. So yeah, editing's going quite well. We've done that one. Tomorrow we're going to do the scene inside the house where you find Ruben dead, which is me dead. So we just need to edit that quickly. It won't take too long. And then finally, all we've got to do, tweak it here and there after editing last night's scene. We just got to tweak a few bits and then put in a voiceover at the beginning and then put them all together and basically it's done, yeah. And then add in some credits, and also we've got to make our logo for our production company, which won't take too long. So yeah, everything's going well at the moment.